I can't remember enjoying shooting this segment as much as the story you're about to see. Driving back to Snug Hollow, I thought, what in the world have I got myself into? But once I got there, I fell in love with this charming bed and breakfast. The owner is delightful to talk to, and she is an absolutely wonderful cook. Let's travel to Snug Hollow Bed and Breakfast.
Well, I don't know that I even thought I wanted to do a bed and breakfast, actually. I wanted to live on my farm, and when I bought this farm, the day I saw it, I thought, this is just beyond the pale. Everyone needs to see this and be a part of it. So for years, I would think, what am I going to do with this property that I can afford and that I could do to show everyone how lovely it is? So over the years, people would say, if you'll cook, I'll come and pay you. So I would cook and invite guests, and they would then end up spending the night. Then I heard of a bed and breakfast. Someone said, you have a bed and breakfast. And I said, I do. So I have a bed and breakfast. Well, we have the farmhouse, and it's open for all the guests, whether you're in a cabin or not. The farmhouse is a very spacious house. There's a library, and there's a sunroom and a living room, 2 nice big porches, 3 porches actually, with rocking chairs, great views of the farm. There's 2 rooms. Upstairs there's the Pearl. That's a huge, big, spacious bedroom with a king bed, your own private porch, private bath with a jacuzzi, great view of the farm. On down the hall is opening onto the library is the Sweetie, and it's a suite. It's 2 rooms together. Then we have 2 cabins. One cabin is the old cozy cabin. That's the Chestnut Log House, and that's 185 years old. And I lived there for 20 years, but we renovated it, so it's wonderful. It has handmade quilts and feather beds. It has a wonderful big room with lots of windows that overlooks the farm and the gardens. It has a bath with a shower as well. It has a little kitchen that you can make your coffee, or we put freshly ground coffee, half and half. We have fresh spring water. You just can't cook, but I'm up here cooking, so you don't need to. And it has a wonderful covered back porch. Lots of beds. Actually, that little cabin will sleep 9 people, but it's wonderful for 2 as well. And then up the holler, I have another little cabin that was just finished. It's all cedar and pine. It's tucked right beside the creek, right up in the edge of the woods. And it is lovely. It has wraparound windows and porches. It's one big room, but each corner is a different room. So you have the library with lots of books. You have a corner that's a living room. Got a gas fireplace, and of course we serve breakfast and dinners here, either in the dining room or out on that wonderful screened-in porch, weather permitting.
My husband and I have traveled to almost all 50 states. We have an RV, and of all the places I've been, this is my favorite place in the whole world. It just has a real special feel to it. The food is delicious. Barb is just a very gracious host. She has wonderful stories.
This bed and breakfast brings all different kinds of people, and it's very interesting. Every evening we have a table full of very, very different people, and they find their commonality, and it's just so much fun. They enjoy my food. We have people from all over the world. We have people from Australia, and we have people from New York. This weekend we had New Yorkers. We have locals. I mean, a lot of people from Kentucky like to find us. It's really people, I think, who value quiet. They value the land, being here. And they value the vegetarian cooking. That's probably hard to believe, but most everybody these days they're kind of looking to see if that might work for them, whether it will or not, and so they try it. Well, I have some lovely stories, very touching, where they'll walk in and I misunderstand. I think they don't like it, or I've offended them or something, and we don't hear from them for a while, and then as they leave they're crying and hugging and saying this has been the most wonderful healing time of their life, and they've enjoyed every minute of it, even though I didn't see that. But it does that to you. I mean, it really does. You know, when we are quiet and we're forced to sit in this rocking chair and watch a bunch of turkeys run up and down the hill, you start thinking about some things, and you maybe work out a few little problems that you've put off. It's quiet. In the evening, we have barred owls, and the whippoorwill's back right now, so lots of stars. Just a lot of comforting things that a lot of people have never even experienced. A whippoorwill, you'd be surprised. Lightning bugs. Had people from England, they'd never seen fireflies. They just could not believe it. We hear that we live in a little piece of heaven, which we do, and we hear that they learn that this place takes care of them. They don't, we don't take care of it. This place is here to nurture you, but they do love it. We get gifts, we get calls, we get great recommendations, and most of all, we get lots of return visitors. And they love it because it is truly Kentucky. I mean, as people drive down through Kentucky, they look up these roads and these hollers and they think, I wonder what's in there. Of course, they have a preconceived idea, but when they get up here, even though I do talk like this, we have a lovely place. It's comfortable. The food is wonderful. We even have a dog and a screen door. So it's Kentucky at its best.